Aloha and welcome to my channel. In this video we're going to be opening up Generation 7 illustration arts and essay arts. I believe we have 3 essay arts and the rest are illustration arts. Shout out to Kakuna for being the Pokemon of the video. Stay tuned. At the end of this video we're going to put these in the binder and showcase all of the Generation 7 cards that have came out so far. Let's get right into this. Alright, let's see what we have first. First we have a card from Izzy's. You know what's really exciting about this opening is I haven't looked at some of these cards and they've been sitting in my closet for about 2 months. Should be a good video. I get to see these and finally get to add them to my binder. So here we go. This one's from Alabama. And let's see what we get. And as you may know, the Generation 7 is the Aloha region, so you'll see some sort of Hawaiian type vibe to some of these. So first we have Tapu Bulu. This just got released in Sharded Fable. I got this not too much after the set got released because the card was already, you know, around $4 or so. It's really a basic design. They could have done this a lot better with Tapu Bulu being one of the legendary Pokemon. So there's that. We're gonna move these along a little bit quicker than normal just because there's 17 and we're gonna do them all in one video. And the second card here we have is Sandygast. This is a ghost and a ground type Pokemon actually, but they have it as second because neither one of those are part of the TCG really. But you see Sandygast right here, it's just chilling at a playground, which is kind of creepy honestly. When Sandygast is in the video game, he's at the beach obviously because he's like a sandcastle. But that's the first 2 cards. The next one is going to be from Health Points TCG in California. And we have 2 more illustration arts here. The first one we have Mudsdale. I really like this card. The sky looks really neat with it. It brightens up the card quite a bit, but Mudsdale here kicking some hay. It's using the move Mudstock and high horsepower. Honestly, this card was around $3 or $4, I believe, but honestly, I really like the design of it pretty well. Alright, and the next one is Meltan. You know, a lot of people don't really like Meltan or the Melmetal line. When this came out, I went really hard on it because you got to connect your Nintendo Switch to your Pokemon Go app. Really, and that's basically the introduction of the Pokemon. But there you got, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 Meltans. I don't know, you count them for me. Let me know how many Meltans you see in that card. This card was one of the cheaper cards, I believe, from Generation 7. I think it was around $1, maybe $2 with shipping. But there are those 2. The next cards will be from Mystic TCG. You can see how old this is. This is starting to turn yellow. But this one's from Missouri. I've never seen a card sleeved in a sleeve like this, but it's almost so dark you can't even really tell what it is. Let's see here. And we have a Golisopod. So this is one of the few SIRs for Generation 7 that have been released so far. And I really like the design of this. It kind of makes it a little lame though with it matching the same color. Golisopod doesn't really look like that color. That's just it looming around in the dark. Notice it's a SAR with a little bit more of the texture to the card. This next card is from Astral Gaming in Tomball, Texas. And this next one is Drampa. I think they did Drampa a pretty good card right here. You see 2 little tiny kids flying on a Drampa. I believe they kind of named it Grandpa because it kind of looks like a Grandpa Dragon Pokemon. Again, this one was around $3 or $4 or so, nothing too crazy. Gen 7 is a set that'd be really easy for anyone to collect based on the value of these cards that have been released so far. Alright, this next one is from Port and Starboard in Nevada. And just one more card from this company, we have Cutie Fly. This is a really unique card. This one again was around $2. But I really like how they did this one. You could see it really close up because it's honestly just a little fly. But you see, this is Pokédex, the bird right here behind it. And it really does its justice showing how small Cutiefly is with the little bird right there. But here you got 3 of them. They haven't released Rombi, I believe is called, the evolution of Pokédex yet. But here we get to add this one. So the next card right here we have from Main Phase Games. And you can't even really tell where that one's from. Here we have 2 more cards. This one's Minior. I believe this was a little bit more expensive than some of the other illustration arts, more closer to $5 or $6. I can see why. I mean, the shooting stars look really nice. They're flying in and they look really good, especially when you tilt the card like this. So there is the Minior. It's interesting that it's a fighting type. I didn't know that. And the next one is Wimpod. Actually in Pokemon Go, you have to collect 400 candies of Wimpod to evolve it. And if you're unfamiliar with the Pokemon, really, it evolves into Golisopod. So that's the one that we already saw. You can see the difference between the SAR and the illustration art right here. This one's got a darker border and everything. But Wimpod here evolves into Golisopod. It makes it a pretty strong Pokemon. So there's those 2 together. This next one is from J&S Collectibles in California. And here we have the starter Pokemon, Litten. Litten evolves. It's the one of the first couple Pokemon you get when you're playing the video games for Generation 7. So there you see actually several Littens on here. You got some that are like this one, toy. And then you got several other Littens here hiding around in the card. Actually might only be 2 Littens because this one's just a picture. But unique card. This one was around $6 or $7, I think. And then here actually you see a shiny Litten, looks like. It's white right there. Moving on, this is probably one of the biggest cards. It says right here it's $40, and this one is from Justin Gee, Superstar Card Gaming in Maryland. Yes, this might be the most expensive card for Generation 7 to this point. This is Zerawa, which is like a lightning cat. This is from the set Chilling Reign, which is from the last generation of cards that got released. But really neat background, really good design. You got a few feature Pokemon right here. This is, I believe, Weavile, and you got Kecleon right here, the little gecko-looking guy. Really neat design. They did have another form of Zorua that just got released in the set that just got released, which was Stellar Crown. I'm not gonna get that card, obviously, because I already got this one. This is the alternate card, so it's more money, and it actually looks like a lot better design. So I'm excited to add this to the collection. We'll be waiting to see if there is a card that beats the price value for this one for Generation 7. Almost done here. We got one from Cheapest Trading Cards in New York. And this next one is a really nice one. I really like this one a lot. This is Tapu Koko. And again, one of the other legendary Pokemon for Generation 7. This is a really unique design. It's kind of crazy. This card was only around $15 or so. Comparably, this one to some of the other SIRs or alternate art cards, I would expect this one to be a lot more. So we'll put this next to the Tapu Bulu. So these are both 2 of the legendaries. For this, you can see how bright and vibrant this one is compared to this card. And I mean, this one is, you can tell why this one is like $15 and this one's like $3. But this design looks really nice. I really like the sunset. And basically everything they did to this card, it really goes with Generation 7 and Aloha, really nice. This next one will be from Panda Pops Collectibles in Chicago, Illinois. And this next card is Mimikyu. So Mimikyu is a really popular Pokemon, obviously, because they basically a ghost that wears a fabric that kind of looks like Pikachu. This card was super cheap. You can get it for around 50 cents, but with shipping, that's why the price you'll see on the screen is a little bit more, closer to $2. But this card, you know, it was a promo in one of the collection boxes, so everyone could get it really easily. They do have the Pokemon Center ones that have a stamp right here that says Pokemon Center, and the price on those ones just goes up because there's lesser of them, and I'm really not gonna pay 15, 20 bucks, maybe even more for a card that just has a little stamp that says Pokemon Center. I'd rather just get the original card. You can see here, an old lady here sewing the fabric basically for one of these little freaking ghosts. This next one is from Vespiquen and Kings in Virginia. Here we have another card from Shrouded Fable. This is Beware. So Beware is a Pokemon that Team Rocket gets to add to their team in this Pokemon show. And Beware basically is a little creep. So you can see Beware creeping in the card basically. I do like this design and everything. This was Shrouded Fable. I got this around $5 or $6. But there is the Beware card. Let me know what you think. Just a few more envelopes. This one's from Christopher Davis in Toledo, Ohio. And he sent one from the newest set, Stellar Crown. We opened that up in our last video. But here we got Turtonator. This was an interesting Pokemon. It doesn't evolve, but it's a fire type, part dragon. You see Turtonator right here just creeping out of a tree, a hole in a tree, and trying to avoid the rain. I like the cartoonish vibes to some of these cards. This one has more of that cartoonish vibe that you could kind of see from like The Simpsons or Adventure Time. So there is Turtonator. This next envelope, which is our last one, is from Top Deck Games in New Jersey. And we're wrapping this up with two more cards. The first one is Charge-a-Bug. So you see Charge-a-Bug here was only around a $2 or $3 card. Charge-a-Bug is brighting up some sort of a camping thing going on here. You can see the person right here chilling with the other person, and Charge-a-Bug is basically the light, the lantern for their hangout. And the next one is Crabominal. Not really the Aloha theme, it's a big crab that's basically an abominable snowman chilling in the winter right here. They could have made it a lot darker so you could see him a little bit more, but I kind of like how they blend him in to the blizzard that's going on right here. Makes it cool to see him hanging out and getting, you know, he might be causing the blizzard, who knows? So, and the haymaker move does sound like a pretty cool move for a abominable crab to be knowing. All right, so now we will add all these cards to our binder and see what it looks like for Generation 7 to this point, and we'll total up the value of how much I've spent on these cards. All right, time to put these in the binder. We got 17 cards. There's actually 88 Pokemon from Generation 7. So honestly, this one might get done sooner than some of the others. But here is Litten, the first Pokemon right here, as you can see. You'll see some of the leftovers here from Generation 6. Moving on, we got one card right here, and this will be Charge-a-Bug. Just so you can see the Charge-a-Bug right here. And we're just gonna slide that in. And the next one will be everyone's favorite snowman, Crabominal. And another one right here. This will be Cutiefly. Cutiefly will go right here. Moving on to the next page. One will be Mudsdale. We have Beware. So just one on each one of those pages. And then we have a lot right here. All right, so here we'll add Wimpod. Then the Evolution, Golisopod, And then Sandygast. And then Minior. Turtonator. And Mimikyu. And then one more here, we got Drampa. So you can see quite a bit of Generation 7 on these 2 pages. But then we have to move a little bit to get to the legendaries. Then we got Tapu Koko, which will go up here. And Tapu Bulu. So we'll go here. So you see those 2 again. And then these are going to be where all the Ultra Beasts go. And then you got 2 more up here. Here we'll add the Zoroa. Try to say that 3 times fast. So, and then lastly, we'll add the Meltan. So here at the end, we'll total up the percentage of how much we have completed and how much that we have spent so far. All right, that does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe. Let me know which one of these cards was your favorite, and that's gonna go ahead and do it. Hope everyone has a good weekend, and I'll see you in the next video, and we will open up singles, illustration arts, and SARs from Generation 8.